Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to set the machine up for a distance piece. The first thing you need to do is press this button here, the menu back button. Click on that and it'll boot up. It'll take a few seconds and then it'll start. So the first thing to do here is to go to select workout, which is the second one down here. And now you can pick some standard pieces. So for example, if you go to the top button, you can click standard list. It's got 2,000 meters, 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters, 30 minutes, and then a 500 meter on, 1 minute off rest interval. So, you know, if you're going to row a 2K, you can click right here and row a 2K right off the bat. But what if you want to do something a little bit different that's not one of these 5 options? So we go back to the main menu and we're going to go to new workout. And here there's lots of different options. There's distance, time, you can do intervals. So you could do, say, 500 meters on, 500 meters off. You can do intervals for time, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. And then you can do variable intervals where you can program the monitor to do different lengths of time or distances and things like that. For this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a 1,000 meter piece, because that's kind of a standard distance for masters rowers. So we click on single distance, and then it shows 2,000 meters, which is pretty standard. And what I'm going to do is you can move the flashing button by using the arrow keys. So that moves it to the right, and that moves it to the left. And then the plus or the minus keys sends the number up. So that's up. And the minus sends it down, so I'm going to click down. And then the next option down here, so if I can keep clicking on the top button here, we can change the split length. So what this will do is, for example, every 200 meters it will measure out that segment of the 1,000 meters, and it will tell me when I finish the workout how I did in that 200 meter part of the 1,000 meters. So I'm going to leave that as it is, and so what I will end up getting is 5 segments of 200. The other thing I can do here is I can set up a pace boat. So, you know, if I know that my split is going to be, let's say, 2 minutes, an average, so that will make me a 4-minute 1,000 meter piece, I can set the pace boat for 2 minutes, and that will show on the display when I row the piece. So I'm pretty happy with the way this is set up. So I go down to here, there's a check button. You click the check button, and then the way I have this set up is it tells you all this information. So for example, this here will count down from the distance that I set. This is the number of strokes that I am pulling per minute. This is the 500 meter split. So, you know, rowers like to know, you know, if they pulled a certain stroke, and if they pulled that stroke consistently, it would tell you how long with that particular pressure on the oar handle that it would take to row 500 meters. So as long as I'm being consistent, this is going to tell me what my split is for that particular piece. Here's the important number, because at the end of the piece, this number here is going to tell us what the average is for the entire piece. And often when you're doing logbooks or you're recording training pieces, you're recording this number because this gives you a sense of your general pace for the whole entirety of the workout piece. This is the time that has elapsed. This is the split for 500 meters for every 200 meters. Remember, we set it up for 200 before. And this is the projected finish while I'm rowing the piece. That will change. Hopefully it will be fairly consistent, but it will change based on how hard I'm pulling on the machine and so forth. So this has been just a quick video about how to set up the Concept 2 PM monitor. Although this is a PM3, this is an older monitor. As you can see, this machine has been well loved. They're pretty standard, so you know they're pretty the same. So you can use this as a general guide to help you set up different pieces that you want to row on the rowing machine. Hope that helps, and stay tuned, and please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I appreciate everybody tuning in.